marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints.
To kick off for the Saints.
We're just 2 steps away from the Super Bowl, and we're underway in this NFC Divisional matchup. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Saw the lane, hit it quick, called out a gain of 7. Nicely done.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Back to throw. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Rolling out to his left. Making the call himself. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Here's Walker running right. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and they move the sticks.
Walker off his own read. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Goes to the hurry up here. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Here's a screen now for Walker. He's got the first and still going past the 30. And he gets this one down to the 27. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. They'll run here with Tajay Spears. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Come on. Hey, press all 80.
Man in motion here.
Ready.
Working now from the gun. It's caught by Elijah Arroyo. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. A gain of 15 there. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Putting a receiver in motion. The give here to the motion man. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Now we have a member of the Saints injured after that play and obviously in need of some assistance. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Pass to 60, pass to 60. Pass to 60, pass to 60.
Toss play, this is Walker. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
3rd and long for him here. Brought in. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Got to keep this one and go. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. So the first lead of our game goes to our visitors, Brock, and I know it is very early, but tough not to have that word upset at least start to creep into your mind just a bit.
You go into someone else's building in the playoffs, this place has been juiced. They have been so hyped to get to this game. Yeah, and the odds certainly in the home team's favor, but you go out and score, touchdown in the opening drive, you level it a whole bunch.
Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Darnell Mooney on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Miller. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Goods right downfield to Olave. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
19. Kill, turn up. Ready.
This is Ja'Cory Kronsky-Merritt, and it for the first time. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready up.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Cup 19. Cup 19. Touch. Mustang 19. Go.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. To the ground by Nick Emanwari.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Tiger. Dragon 60. Rig alert. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18.
Now Richardson on 4th down. That's cut beyond the marker. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. It's an 8-yard gain. A great call there on 4th down. Keeps this drive moving.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Got it. Ready?
Good opening drive to this point. They've got another 1st down at the 34.
Cougar 19. 60. Check. Bobcat. Panther 60. Panthers 19 tight. Let go.
Throwing again, Richardson. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Krosky Merritt. He's got it in the red zone. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 20.
That'll do it for 1 quarter of this NFC Divisional Round matchup. The Seahawks with an early lead. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit.
Okay,
We're back for the start of the 2nd. Saints have the ball and a chance at 6. On 1st down, it's Richardson. It's Cox. This is Jacory Krosky Merritt. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Offense to the line fast.
That's another Saints 1st down.
Krosky Merritt has the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints finish off their opening. All right, looks like they want another look at this one. The play going to be reviewed by our officials, making sure they got this one right. All right, so we're already into the 2nd quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints finish off their opening drive. Whoopi's extra point is good. And the Saints respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Staying with Walker. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Seahawks bringing out the punt team.
It's now 4th down.
Starts his return from the 23. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready, set.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Rambo, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let go.
To throw, Richardson. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On the double. 79, Dragon 60. Here we go, here we go.
Back to the air, it's Richardson. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down.
18, Rattler, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Throw here, 3rd down. Finds him on the slant. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Panther 11, Warrior 70, let's go.
They'll throw again, Richardson. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So fresh set of downs after the penalty.
Hey, smash Bronco!
Running it after the penalty. And he got what he could there. Call it about 4 yards on 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Got it. Ready?
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Saints first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ready.
Offense is set. First and 10.
Cougar 19. 70 Lions. 60 Eagles. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 18 Pioneer.
Richardson. He's got it in the red zone. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First and goal, Krosky Merritt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a second quarter lead. Rookie adds the extra point. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7.
14. Seahawks 7.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. On the move, headed right. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be second down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Nowhere to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10.
Here we go. 60
Looking slant route, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
To the line. Here's third and 3.
Come on. Set.
They're going to try and throw it here. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Walker on first down. And he's got 4 on the run. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5.
Let's go now.
It's Walker on the option. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. All right, here we go. Second down.
70.
Slot man motioned over. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it first and goal.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
From the pistol, give here to Walker. And the ground game works for the touchdown. Seahawks earn the chance to tie before halftime. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. He's going to field this at the 2.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
7 Pirates, 19 shots, trap 50, trap 60. Here we go, stack, Panther 11.
Throwing from the gun here. Fits it through the middle. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. A pickup there of 39. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Krosky Merritt gets it from the gun. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. And they're going to throw out of the gun. Drops this one off to Krosky Merritt. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on 1st and goal. From the gun, a give to Miller. And he hauls it across for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take the lead just before halftime. Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Group B on now to handle the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
Ready, set.
It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining.
Cougar 19.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
To throw here on 1st down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. And the Saints get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. While you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
60 by 6.
Throwing here just before halftime. Escapes the pocket. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. starting from the 5.
Darnell Mooney on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Viking 18.
Starting on the grounds here, Kronsky Merritt. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Offense in the hurry up here.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing now, Richardson. Passing downfield, working the left. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Good try downfield to Olave. And he is down to the 30-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Giving this to Kronsky Merritt. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Working quickly here.
Tackled at the
60
25-yard line.
Vikings.
It's a gain of 5.
19
Brings up
light.
2nd and 5.
79 Broncos.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Hauled in by Musgrave. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
It's a gain of 11.
It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Ready. 6 Viking 8 6 Dragon 60. Warriors 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
For the Saints, 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. 70
Kronsky Merritt is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grow the lead coming out of halftime. Groupie to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Saints take a 3-possession lead.
Seahawks, 14.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. This will end up as a touchback.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Running with Walker again. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll throw 3rd and long. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 43. It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 48-yard line.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now for Spears. They're going to keep moving forward, ball down inside the opposing 30. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
2 yards. That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Has it at the 7. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
19 yards.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Called in by Arroyo on the right side. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks start the 2nd half with some needed points. That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks cut the lead down to 10.
21. Seahawks 21.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those 2, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Come on, 60 Maverick, 60 Bronco 80, 19 tight, 19 tight. Panther 11, Panther 11. Mustang 19, 79 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Here's Richardson. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. Give him 37 on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready! Ready!
Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. And they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. It's the Saints with the ball, trying to keep their postseason run going. They break the huddle. It's second down now.
19 Lions. Step. Get it. 60.
Richardson back to throw. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
All set now, 1st and 10.
Tag. Cowboy 80. Go.
Now Richardson to throw. Got a screen to the running back. They're all over that screen, Bob. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Offense up to the line fast.
Dragon 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready, ready.
Richardson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
18, Pioneer. 19, Tiger. 19, shot. Buffalo 18. 18, Rattler.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And this one won't get there. Looked good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this.
Deputy. Bronco 80. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Now Richardson on 4th down. He finds it beyond the marker. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints take a 3-possession lead.
Seahawks 21.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff.
For the Saints.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. To the left, he's got Roy up. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. So that's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And in the hands of his running back, Walker. And he'll go down here at the 16. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's good for the Seahawks.
Throwing from the gun here. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Again to throw on 2nd. Chased out to his right. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready, ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. A Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Okay, ready?
All right, here we go. They nearly gave it away on the pick, but the offense still out there. They're looking for 6.
70 Lions.
Desperation time here. He brings it in. He's not going to get there. They hold him out of the end zone, partner, but it is still going to keep this offense on the field. They've got a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the
19
1-yard line.
Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Running for it, it's Walker. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Here's to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Gets it again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Touchdown or bust for him here as they set up for 3rd and goal.
Cowboy 80. Hawk 70. Hawk Dragon 60.
He's going to throw this one. And they take this in for the score. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
The Seahawks offense, look at this. They aren't leaving the field, lining up and going for 2.
For the 2-point conversion.
And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
It'll be a little armchair quarterback after that call. It's like the defense knew exactly what was coming.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
And no problem for the Saints. They cover it up. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
On the give, it's Miller. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled for a short gain. Working quickly here.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
Warriors 70. Cup 19. Cup 19. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Richardson on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints push their lead to 18. Here's Groupion now to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
19 Sergeant, 19 Sergeant.
This is Walker on 2nd. He's going to squeeze about 8 yards out of that run block. That brings up 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Walker off his own read. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Buys time, rolling right. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints about set to celebrate this win. So 1st down from the 41.
18, get it. Crack up 60 average.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
And the Saints, 1st down.
19
1st and 10 at
The
the
Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st to 3. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They're going to pass it here. Completed to his running back. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
brings up 2nd.
Give some credit to this offense. They almost got it done on just one play running the ball in. I got to be honest, the 1st down run often leads to 2nd down pass, but I don't think so now. Now you push that pile, go finish this drive.
Dose of the hurry up here.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. And the defender comes away with it. And the Seahawks will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On the move, headed right. And the Saints are all over this one. Great work by the defense. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Need to shake off that sack and quick. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throwing now out of the shotgun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Oh, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the 1st down play, forced to throw it away right there. An awfully difficult 3rd down now staring you in the face.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. That's caught for the 1st. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up. The timeout arrives with just 3 seconds remaining in this game, so we've got 1 more snap coming up.
73 yards
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken...
And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left, so a positive note at the very end in this loss. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always, always emphasize effort on the field. And reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
And he won't reel it in, but wouldn't get them the win anyway. Instead of a 1-point loss, it's going to stay at 3. So it's a win for the Saints. All right, so their spot in the conference championship game.